We are about to start, so we should. There we go. There we go. I think I got it. I think I got it. Another episode of the Cultured Misfits podcast. Welcome. I am DJ Silk, aka Brandon, and to the left of me we have
Jennifer.
And virtually
Rell.
Rell is always just so chill, right?
Super chill.
Super chill. So how's everyone doing? What's going on? Let's do some recaps. Who wants to start?
Go ahead, Rell. Where are you at?
I am in Texas
Texas.
for a little bit. Yeah. So,
What's the weather like down there?
it's hot here.
Is it?
Yeah, but it's not as humid as back home with you guys, so I don't mind it. I actually love it.
Yeah, it's super humid up here, like really bad. And then we have like this smoke fog kind of deal thing because there's like these fires going on, and so yeah, it's terrible. I hate it. I hate the summer. Oh.
Yeah, the everything that's burning up on the West Coast, that smoke is coming here. So I'm trying not to complain about the smoke in our air because we're not having houses and things burn up in forests and little woodland creatures dying. So try to keep it in perspective, you know.
I didn't know it was going
But
on
that's
till this
crazy
morning.
that we can see it now.
Yeah, that's the jet stream. It just is blowing everything. You know, it's following the weather pattern. So yeah, it is kind of depressing. It's borderline apocalyptic. And you look in the sky, like you can look at the sun directly and not burn your eyes because of the smoke.
And it's red. The sun is red.
That's insane.
It looks good. I like it.
Okay, Jen likes the apocalyptic look of our lands right now.
I like the gloominess.
Okay, all right. So what have you been up to?
Absolutely nothing. Say no. Just work. I don't have, and then, trying to be clean.
Yeah. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about you deciding that you're gonna be clean. What happened?
I'm just trying to get my health right. Before I was like all for it, and then I gave up, and then I was just like, no, I'm tripping. But I never really was a big drinker, but literally no alcohol, no nothing. It's hard being a bartender, but it's all right.
Wow, well.
You can do it.
Don't clap for me. Don't clap for me. I'm probably going to have a drink when I leave here.
No, you're not.
No.
You can do it.
You can do it. You can do it.
It's hard.
I mean, do you have do you feel like there's a point in time, or do you have a window of time that like, all right, I'm going to do this for
No, I just want to do it for the remainder of my life. I don't think I want to drink liquor no more. Like, it doesn't do anything for me no more. So
that's going to mean you're going to be a cheap date.
I'm a cheap date now. But I don't know how people drink alcoholic drinks with their food.
Yeah, it's funny.
I need water.
I need a soda or something, or water. But to have my drink and then eat it, I never, like, when I go out, I'll order an adult beverage. But I'm like, when our food comes out, hit me up with a Sprite, some water, something like that. So
not me, nothing. I don't need it. I'm good, thank you.
So you're just not ever going to drink. That's it.
As of right now, no. I'm all right.
Good.
I'm all right. It's like, been there, done that, already did it. I don't have to do it again.
Okay. Well, good job.
Thank you.
What about vacations?
Vacations?
Yeah. Oh, see, Rell, good job. Good job on throwing her that zinger. She didn't think about the vacations.
When we go to Puerto Rico, we're not drinking.
Listen, We'll make some arrangements, okay? We'll make some arrangements.
Some exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just, it depends.
Okay. Well, good for you. Let us. You'll keep us abreast of this change in your life, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, what's going on with you? What you've been up to?
Oh my God, yo. So you notice my other vehicle's not there. You were able to just pull into that beautiful parking space, right?
Yes. What's going on?
Oh, so Saturday night. I'm on my way, minding my business. I come to a unprotected stop. Do we know what an unprotected stop is?
No.
intersection?
No.
Rell? You don't? She's like, no. We're gonna learn. We're all gonna learn things together tonight, right? So an unprotected intersection is when like you have a stop sign, but the other street doesn't.
Okay.
So right, so it's unprotected, right? So I'm in Philly,
Mm.
and you know
Mistake number one.
right. So
Mhm.
this is legally my fault, but not really. So, but anyway, so I get to the stop sign. I look, I don't see anybody coming. I inch out a little bit, don't see anybody coming. I start to pull out, and this car is flying down the street. And I'm already out far enough that I have to go now, right? And if they had broke, it would have been cool. I get almost to the intersection, bam, hits the back of my truck. Side airbags come out. I got burn on my arm from the airbag, right? And I'm like, the absolute fuck, right? So I stopped the car. All right, so now we've already established I'm legally in wrong, right? So the first mistake I made was I turned my car off, right? If your airbag's deployed, do not turn your car off unless that shit's on fire, right? So I turned the truck off, and this is important detail later on. I get out of the truck, and this dude gets out of his vehicle. He's on 1,000 until he sees I'm bigger than he is. Now he's just at 500. Yo, what you doing? I'm like, yo, man, I really apologize because I knew I was wrong, right? Are you okay? And he's just barking at me, right? He's like, my daughter's in the car, and I look, and his daughter's in the back seat, not in the seatbelt, no car seat. She needs to be in both, right? Yeah, right. So he's like, I hope you got insurance, right? Because we're in Philly.
I do. Do you?
Right? Well, yeah, right. So I'm like, yeah, I have insurance. Are you okay? Is your daughter okay? And he's like,
Oh, now he hurt.
Now, no. He's like, he doesn't know. So he looks in the car, baby girl, you okay? I'm like, she's like, yeah, I'm fine, daddy. I'm like, all right, cool.
I'm fine, Dad. No car seat. Whatever. We was wilding out.
Right,
okay, go ahead.
Right. So I look at my truck, my SUV, and it's not bad. It's just body. It's body damage, right? The rear door, whatever, right? So I'm like, all right. So I pull out my insurance card, and he's like, is this real? Is this card real? And I'm like, are you serious? Now, let me paint the picture for you because I'm in North Philly in the Badlands area, right? There's all kinds of people around. And so this is just a show for them. Like, nobody asked Brandon if he's okay.
Everybody had their phones out.
Yo, no, they didn't, because they got cricket phones. They ain't know, like, I don't know. I couldn't tell, but all I know is I'm thinking like, well, damn, not a motherfucker has asked me if I'm okay. Like, nothing, whatever, right? But so dude tries to call. He's like, did you call the police? I'm like, no. Like, I'm still stunned. Like, honest, now looking back, I was stunned. I wasn't in my right mind. I wasn't really thinking. I'm just like, this everything
You're in shock.
I'm in shock, right? So I'm like, call the police, man. Like, I know I'm not going to call the police because they're going to give me a ticket. So if they're going to come, they're going to come because you called, because I'm ready. I'm really just prepared to give you my insurance information and all that in exchange.
Right.
You could, like, it's funny because his whole front end is in, but there's no fluids. There's no nothing. So his car, he can still drive his car. It's just the hood is a little bent up and stuff, right?
Right.
Damn, Mitsubishis are made pretty well, I got to say. So, so he tries to call the police, and he dials 911. They put his ass on hold, right?
Oh, wow.
But while all this is going on, his phone keeps ringing. And he answers, and he's just like, will you stop fucking calling me? Stop calling me. Stop calling me. And so this is with the whole hood. You know, I knew he was crazy when the crazy people in the hood just kind of like left the scene, because after he hangs up the phone, he walks over to his car and he starts pounding on the side of his car on the roof, and he actually leaves dents. And he's like, and now I'm thinking I'm gonna have to fuck him up if he comes over here. Right?
I already have a headache.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I give him my insurance card. I'm like, my insurance is good. Audience, I don't have the kind of car that you would look at and think that I wouldn't have my shit right.
Right.
You know,
I know what you mean.
so he's on the phone with his insurance company, with my insurance company, trying to make sure my shit is valid.
Okay.
All right.
But he'd already called the cops at this point.
No, because he hung up.
Oh shoot.
Because they put him on hold, because when you're in the hood, 911 doesn't work.
Oh my God.
Right. So
That's so terrible.
That's terrible.
Right? But it's good for me because that's not a ticket. You know, because that they would have given me a ticket, right? So I'm just gonna keep it 100. This shit is working for me, right? To this point, as bad as the situation is, right? So here's lesson number 2, kids, about when you're in Philly in particular, but probably in most big cities. The tow truck people are savages.
Savages. You seen Parking Wars?
Right. Yo. These motherfuckers, I don't know where this guy came from, but within a minute of the accident, this tow truck pulls up just in the neighborhood. Yeah, right? So I'm on the phone with my insurance company because I'm trying to get things going already to get a tow truck. And these Spanish dudes, Puerto Rican dudes, and yo, they're like they're sweet talking me. I'm on the phone, they're like, yo. You all right? You know, we can tow your car. I'm like, I'm good, man.
In that tone.
In that tone.
In that tone.
In that
Get
tone,
out
right?
of here.
Yo,
He's such a fucking exaggerator.
I promise you, in that tone, right? And I'm on the phone.
Why? Because they were Puerto Rican?
No,
So they had
because
to sweet talk you?
he was sweet talking me. Because here's the deal. Here's the lesson, right? It's the tow industry in Philly is very aggressive, very, very, very aggressive. And so what they want to do is they want to tow your car. You basically, from what I understand, and I may have this wrong, but from what I was led to believe, when you sign the paper giving them permission to tow your car, what you're also signing over is basically control of your car. So then what they'll do is they'll work with your insurance company. They'll be like, oh, yeah, it's totaled. And then they'll take the car and they'll part it out. Like they want to be able to buy it for a couple $100s from the insurance company and then be able to part it out and make crazy money off of it. So, you know, my truck is very expensive. The damage is not bad, right? So this is what's going on. So he's there, you know, but they're trying to be like sensitive and compassionate, right?
They're trying to act like you don't know what's going on.
Well, they don't think I know, but they also are just, they're trying to be empathetic, like, you know, because I just been in an accident, like, and they probably saw the accident. Actually, I don't know. So I'm like, I'm good, man. I'm like, yeah, man, you know, how many miles is on your truck? Oh man, that's kind of a lot. They probably just gonna total that out, dog. They're just gonna total.
Wow.
Right? And I'm like, nah, they ain't gonna total that out, man. You know that's a special situation, right? They're not gonna if they total it out, they're gonna total it out, but it's not gonna be on your because of you, right? Or your word, right? So I'm on the phone with the insurance company. I get 2 minutes into the call, and we get disconnected.
Do the phones not work in Philadelphia?
I don't know.
Do the phones not work in Philadelphia?
I don't know, right? This is so now I got
not after 2:00.
Right. This is like 8:00 at night, right? So I'm like, well, the fuck, right? So now I got to call back, right? Meanwhile, this fool is yelling on the other side of my car because they hung up on him as well because they wouldn't give him the information. No, he was trying to verify. He was trying to verify if my insurance was legit, and they're not going to give up any information.
Yeah, but they could give effective dates.
Well, it's on the card. Like I gave him.
He's trying to okay, but you could have typed that up.
That's exactly what the fuck he said. You could have made this card up. And I said, you know what?
Because I know people who make them.
Right.
Not that I know, but I'm just saying.
Right. Don't incriminate yourself for those people, please. So he's flipping out, right? And he takes a picture of my license plate. He gives me he takes a picture of my card. And he's like, yo, and your shit better be for real. I'm out. And he gets in his broke car and speeds off. So
I broke car.
Right, that I broke technically, right? So I'm like,
out.
this
Okay, that's what you meant. Okay.
I'm out. Your shit better be legit.
right. Like, what you gonna do? You can't find me, dog. Like, so now I'm sitting here, I'm looking at my beautiful baby, just broke, right? Like dented, right? So I go to try to start the car. It won't start. Because the car is like, nah, your airbag. Dog, we don't do that. There's it's a safety thing, right? So I call. So I finished. I call the insurance people back, tell them what happened. Like, I need a tow truck, please. They're like, okay, we'll send you a tow truck. Meanwhile, the tow truck people are there in my ear, and they're like, dog, we'll just take it. We'll save you time. We'll save you time, dog. We'll just take it. They'll total it out. The insurance will it won't cost you anything. It won't cost you anything. And the lady on the phone is like, nah, it'll cost you. Like, if we don't tow it, it's going to cost you, which is actually not true. At least, but whatever, right? So I'm like, I'm good, man. So they're like, we'll send you a tow truck. I'm like, thank you. I call my ace guy who lives nearby, and he's like, I'm on the way. Well, no, first he's like, where are you at? Dog, what you doing in that neighborhood? So I'm like, man, I was going from A to B, and this is the line that I needed to take, right? He's like, yo, I'm on the way, right? So then I call.
Everybody has sweet talking voices.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
but remember, I was in shock too, right? So then I call my brother, my ace. We like my homie brother who lives near here. So he's far away. So what I'm thinking is like, well, my Philly friend, I don't want him to have to drive me back to Delaware. So maybe he can just, once the car gets towed, he can take me to I'll just go to his house and chill, and then my friend, when he gets up here, he can just pick me up from his house, because we all know each other, right?
Okay.
And then he can take me home, right? Just because I'm still in shock. I'm just like, and I'm not processing. If I could have done it over again, I just would have called my Delaware friend, right? So my Philly guy gets there, and he had been drinking. So his wife drove him, right? I didn't know this, right?
Oh my God.
I didn't know, right? So he was like, "Yeah, man, I was just drinking, and I'm here, right?" So I'm loving the fact that I'm like, "Thank you, man."
He showed up. Yo, that's what's up. That's what's
Right.
up.
Right,
That's what's
right.
up. He told his wife, "Yo, get in the car.
Let's
My boy
go,
needs you.
right?
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Drunk or not."
Right. So he's not drunk, but he's nice.
He
right?
needed his wife to drive him. He was drunk.
Right. So he's like, man, I grew up around the corner here, man. It's crazy around here. And he's like, I can't locked and loaded. So he had his shit with an extra clip. I'm like,
He ready to go to town.
right, because of the neighborhood.
Right.
Right. So I'm like, nah, we're good, man. It's good, man. I'm just waiting for the tow truck, right? So then he's like, did you call 911?
There you go.
I'm like, nah, dog. Nah, we're good. He was like, where's the other car? It was a hit and run? It was a hit and run? Yo, it was crazy around here. I'm like, nah, man. I'm like, no, they left.
Oh,
like, it's a
God.
crazy situation. It is what it is. I'm just waiting for the tow truck. Now, so what's supposed to happen is
Did you get to take pictures? I'm sorry.
No,
Did you get to take pictures?
I didn't take any pictures, which was, again, I was in shock.
Mhm.
I was really, there was so much going on. Like, I
You
didn't
think you
have,
had a concussion? Did you hit your head at all?
no, I didn't hit my head. It's just like, so I've had just the last few weeks have been just a lot going on. I've just been stressed anyway.
Mhm.
So this was just, it just took me over the top of just being able to, I'm like, I'm usually very methodical, logical, pragmatic, like, just figure shit out. But at this moment, I'm like, between the dude beating up his car,
Not beating up his car.
and like the fact that like this is the first time I've ever been in an accident where airbags deployed. You know what I mean?
That's scary. No, that's scary.
Right. and then the car not starting, and I'm mad at myself for turning the car off because I know better. It's like, you know this stuff. You know, don't turn the car off unless like there's engine damage, there's fluid and stuff. There's no not that I am aware of, at least, right? So now Rudy, my friend, I'm trying to give up anybody's shit. So he's like, yo, all right, well, let me call some people to get a tow truck, right? So what I was going to say was supposed to happen is, like, I was supposed to get a text from the insurance company with a link to track the tow truck. Nothing, right? So it's like 10 minutes pass, 20 minutes pass, a half an hour pass, right? So now my friend is like, yo, I'm gonna start calling people, because he's a master technician. So he's just in the car world. So he starts trying to call people to get a tow truck. That's when the skies open up and we have torrential downpour. So now I'm sitting in my car. It's raining. I'm on the phone with the insurance company again to see what's up with the tow truck. And this is after like almost 2 hours, right? Now I'm on the phone on hold, and they're like, it's a 30-minute wait to talk to somebody. So I'm sitting there, I'm messing up his night to get drunk because he's trying to help me out. His wife is in the car, right? My homie's on his way. I'm like, oh my God, this just really sucks. If I had not turned off the car, I could have just drove this bitch home. Like, just cut the airbags down, and I just could have just drove the car home, right? So he ends up getting a tow truck.
Okay.
And once the tow truck gets there, that's when the insurance tow truck is on the way. So this is when the shit gets worse. This is when it gets really good and perfect, and have my high blood pressure. I don't usually have high blood pressure, but my shit was just, I was getting ready to lose my shit over the last few days.
It's like everything that could go wrong.
Right.
The worst.
Kind of, sort of, but it could have been so much worse.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I guess you're right.
Right. It could have been a whole lot worse. Like, so they take the truck, and they're like, yeah, just have the insurance tow truck go to the yard where where your vehicle's going to, and they can just pick it up and take it to the body shop I've already set this up. So all that's set up.
Was your truck already on the tow truck?
They were working on it, right?
Okay.
And there was a moment when they were like, well, do you just want to wait for the insurance tow truck? But it was like we had been out there for 3 hours.
So you were making desperate decisions.
Right. And it's like they said they're going to be here in half an hour, but that really could be 2 hours. Like, and everybody, I have 3 people that are here on my behalf, right? So I'm like, all right, just take it. And they're like, yeah, what we can do is the insurance tow truck can go to the yard and pick it up, and then from there and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, cool, right?
That already sounds complicated.
Right. But I'm just like, I just want this to be over. So I redirect the insurance tow truck to meet the other tow truck, because we're blocking traffic as well.
Oh, okay.
That's the other thing. And in the hood, even though your flashers are on and it's clear you've been in an accident, they're beeping. They're beeping like, yo, can you move?
Yeah, okay. My car is disabled.
Right. Even the watchers of the hood were like, yo, it's an accident. Boom, boom. He can't move. Go the fuck on. Like, they was getting hot, right? So I'm on my way home. Talk to the tow truck guy from the insurance company, and he's like, I'm at the yard. They won't let me in. They won't let me take the truck.
Of course. Why would they? It doesn't belong to them.
Right. Well, fortunately, I didn't sign any papers, right? So there's no turning anything over, right? So I called the yard, and they're like, yeah, we don't do releases at night, and we'll just, and we'll take the truck. The truck, like, where you're going, there's no place for the truck to be dropped off at the body shop, because it's a city body shop, and all they had is on-street parking. So it's like the car was going to have to sit in the yard anyway. It's just going to sit in our yard. And I'm like, all right, that makes sense. So I go home, think about the adventure that I had. Like, this is some bullshit.
Decompress.
Decompress, right? There's no fucking decompression, right? So Monday, Monday, I'm expecting I'm expecting to hear something from somebody. I don't hear anything, so I call the yard. Dude doesn't answer his phone. I send a text. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm in a meeting, school meeting for my child." I'm like, really? In the summertime? Like you doing school meetings in the summertime? So now my wheels are turning. My wheels are turning because what I'm thinking is that you every day you hold on to this vehicle, you get a day's storage fee,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And at this point in time, I'm not even sure if the insurance is going to cover that because it's
Right.
not their tow truck, right? So we're texting back and forth. I had a dentist appointment. So I'm at the dentist. I'm in the chair. I'm texting back and forth. And I'm like explaining to him, like, look, I need for my truck to get to the body shop ASAP because I need to actually use this vehicle for a family vacation in a few weeks. And if it can be fixed, I need for it to be fixed. Like, you know.
Right.
So homie is like, he's like, yeah, but you know what? It's probably total, you know.
Yo, you're getting me. I like this story is making me really upset.
Well, good.
It's really upset because I would be like, no, give me my car right now. Like this, we're not doing this. It's not on your time. Like, no, hell
Right.
no.
Right. It's not your decision to decide whether or not the truck is total, right? But and so the things that are alarm me is when the people are like, it won't cost you anything. That's a red flag.
It'll cost you everything.
That's a red flag, right? Because you're trying, like, now you're trying to solve problems that I don't need for you to solve. The only problem I need for you to solve is that you get my truck. You either let the insurance company tow truck come in and take the truck and deliver it to the body shop, or you take the truck over to the body shop and then build the body shop, and then they'll build the insurance.
Right.
Whatever you got to do, just get my fucking truck to where I need it to be, right? So this guy's like, in 15 years.
So no one else works at the tow yard? It's just him?
I said, this is what it's.
No one
I'm
else can get your
assuming.
car out?
Rell.
I would have drove up there.
Well, hey, I'm not finished. Right?
You're just.
So-
I can't no more. This is.
This is rough, right? So I'm like, so he's like, did you? They keep asking. He's like, did you talk to the body shop? I'm like, I don't need to talk to the body shop. What I need for you to do is like just deliver my vehicle. Could you please do that? Like, because they already know what's coming. They're part. It's there's computers and networks, and the insurance company communicates. Blah blah blah. So, homie, so he goes back to this, like, the truck is total. He's like, you know, in 15 years, anytime a side airbag is deployed, you know, the car is always totaled. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what? I need for them to tell me that it's
You're not
total.
my insurance appraiser.
Right. I need for you to do that. I need for you just to do what you kind of are getting paid to do, which is just transport the vehicle. So I decide that I'm gonna drive up to the yard from Delaware. It's 48-mile trip. Right. And I text
That
them.
car gone.
Right. Because, you know, they don't know that I have two vehicles. Right. They think I'm out. Like, they're like, well, you get a rental and all that. And I'm like, I'm already good. So I'm texting my friend who arranged for this yard to come, the guy that was an intermediary that was there that was trying to help. And I'm like, yo, I feel like they're trying to hold on to my car to collect, to boost the bill up.
Right.
So I'm gonna need for somebody to do something because I'm on my way up to the yard, and I was on fire. So I was ready to fuck somebody up, and that's not even how I operate. But I was ready to fuck somebody up because at this point in time, I'm like, you're throwing fuel on the fire. Like, this is already a bad, shitty situation, and you're making it way more complicated than it needed to be. So once they realized I was on my way up to the to the yard, magically they called the body shop. The yard calls a body shop, and then the body shop calls me, and they're like, well, we can't accept the truck because, you know, we don't have a place for it, blah blah blah, but we have another location, so you can call the insurance company. And I kind of feel like the reason why they didn't accept it was because the guy was trying to cap up the damage on my car, because he just the way he was trying to operate it, right? Because he did lay out, he was like, yeah, well, they'll total it and then it'll go to auction. It's a real clean car, homie. It's a real clean car. It'll get a pretty penny at auction. I'm like, nah, dog, just whatever. So So the end of the story is this long story that I hope you guys found entertaining. Is that the insurance company is supposed to pick up the truck and to take it to my preferred body shop in Blackwood, New Jersey, and then we will go from there. I'm a little irritated that this all happened on Monday and my truck is still not at the body shop, but hopefully by tomorrow it'll be there, and then I will find out if, in fact, the vehicle has been totaled. I don't think it is. But I mean, if it is what it is. But that was my adventure. And I must tell you, your boy has been stressed the fuck out. Like since then. Like today is probably the first day that I've come close to feeling close to how I normally am, just chill and just relaxed. So that's what happened.
What the
Well, I'm
fuck?
glad that you're okay.
Yeah.
Number
First,
one.
yeah, for real. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad the other guy's okay. I'm glad his daughter was okay.
Yeah, but he is reporting injuries. I talked to the insurance company yesterday. He's got injuries now. So me and the insurance lady laughed about that. Like, okay, but
Oh Lord.
but you know that's people. Finish your thought, Jennifer.
I mean, I just everything about this story is so irritating because I'm just like I, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say because I would have been up there Monday. Ain't no what. No, you're not gonna take advantage of me. I hate when people try to take advantage of good people, and I feel like they were trying to do that.
Right.
And you being you, you're like, oh, just giving them time or whatever you were doing. No, absolutely not. Monday morning, early in the morning, whether they park the car on the street or not, give me my car.
Yeah, except it didn't drive. I mean, I was stuck.
That's all right. That's all right. There's other ways around it. Like I don't. Mm-mm. Then at that Monday, that car should have already been picked up by the insurance company.
Right. I mean, what I should have done is when I knew the insurance company tow truck was on its way.
Just said, I'm going to wait for them.
Right. And just giving the tow truck guy a few dollars for his time. And just, that's what I should have done. But again, part of the reason why I made that decision was because I had so many people there on my behalf on a Saturday night in the rain out there for hours. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I understand that also, but if they arrived there for you, they weren't on. They're your friends, so they would have wrote it out with you. And I know sometimes you're like trying to be considerate, like, oh, I don't want to keep you out here. This is that and the third, but in this situation, if there was the other foot around, you would have waited for them too.
Oh, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Doubt.
So, lesson learned.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're all right.
Thank you.
Maybe not mentally a little bit, but
oh man, man. Woo! Yeah, Rell, you can see the look on Rell's face, like, yeah.
Poor B, he be having some stories like shit be happening to him. I thought I had shit happen to me. No, he had shit happen to him. I'm like, oh my goodness.
You want to know what's really extra fucked up about this though?
Oh my god, what?
That in the midst of all this, I'm like, this is some good ass content.
Yeah. Yo, he's thinking about the podcast.
Yo, I mean, but seriously, that was a silver lining. I'm like, this is pretty interesting. I mean, just in the grand, like everything that went down, I'm like, this is so interesting. Any other person, that would have been a clean like situation. There would have been no drama. It would have been like, it would have just been like, you had the accident, you exchange information, the police come, whatever, the tow truck comes, you go home, you get a rent. Like none of this old extra stuff. Like the last time that I got in a car to go fuck somebody up was about 15 years ago. Like it's been a long time since I've been in that mode. So yeah, I'm like, this is all great content. And people can learn from it. So what do we learn, kids? We learn that if your airbags deploy and your car,
don't turn off the car.
Right. Yeah. If it's your side airbags, I think if your steering wheel airbags, I think you can't
at that
drive
point
it.
It's totaled though. When the front airbags deploy, it's totaled.
No, because airbags.
I don't work for the tow company. Listen to me.
No, because the airbags aren't that expensive. They're not like now. There's a bunch of things that can definitely total. It depends on the price of the value of your car. You know, like if you have a Honda Civic or something like that, whatever. It doesn't matter. Look, don't turn off your car unless you have to. Okay, that's lesson one. Two, if you're in a city where the tow truck people are fucking savages,
Literally.
just leave them alone. Just get your, don't listen to them. Have your
Wait for your
insurance company,
insurance.
right? Wait for your insurance company to pull out, your thing. And what was the other lesson? It'll come to me. Anyway, this is not what this.
Hopefully you have gap insurance is number 3.
I do. I do have gap insurance. I do have gap
Good.
insurance. So, I mean, I like the truck. Part of me is like, if I can get out of that car payment, I might, it might be a come up.
Well, gap insurance will do that for you.
Yeah. So, but I mean, honestly, because the car got hit high up, it's like body damage. Like, so it's like the side airbag, the airbag in the seat, the airbag module, and
All right, we're not mechanics and we don't really know about
like
cars.
but I mean, those are the things that'll definitely need to be replaced. And then the door, like the glass didn't even break. Like there was no broken glass. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, I don't think the frame is bent and all that. Anyway, what are we talking about today? What's the topic, man?
On a lighter note,
Yeah, right.
Stuff that you have done to decompress, to feel free.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm going to give you a hard time about this, too. So our last experience was we went to
What did we do?
the swingers club.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Listen, I hated it so much as I put
She
it
blocked out of her mind.
Right.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it.
Right.
I wasn't thinking about it. And look, now I have
Right.
naimares.
Right. And I'm going to put the camera on Rell. Rell punked out. Rell punked out. Rell was gangster about it. Rell was gangster about it. You could look at Jen's face like she's like, I ain't gonna call her out, but yeah, she kind of punked out, right? She was like,
She wasn't ready to see dick swinging. That's what I'm convinced.
Right. And
I lost my phone that day.
white
I
swing
was
dick.
traveling.
Rell was guys, late. I'm non-binary people, whatever people. I don't even know how to refer to
Me.
it. Well, I'm talking about our audience, our listening audience. Them, you people out there. Yeah, Rell was like, yeah, I'll go. I'm definitely down to go, right? And she didn't go because she just.
I will go.
I'm convinced that you probably would have joined at this rate. You probably would have joined somebody in there.
Right.
So confirm or deny.
Right. So then the next adventure that we had thought about doing was
The nude beach.
the clothing optional beach.
Clothing optional beach.
The clothing optional
Okay.
beach, right? So what was the reasoning why you didn't want to? What was your suggestion about us going to the clothing optional beach? Do you remember?
My suggestion?
Yeah, on how we handle this. Do you remember?
That I wasn't gonna go.
Not initially. What was your initial when?
I'm confused right now. Listen, I'm sober. What?
All right. So, right, she's sober. So Rell, do you remember the conversation as we were walking out from the last taping when we were talking about this?
You see, she don't even
No, what she said
remember.
that she wasn't going to.
No.
That she wasn't. What you want to
All
wear
right,
pasties?
you're dragging it on. Can you
just?
just say it?
I know, right? So first you were like, we can go to Miami. We can go to Oliver Beach. That would be great.
I said that? Ain't no way I said that.
That was probably me.
No, that's what Jen was. Well, you were down. You were like, that's what we should do. We should go to Miami, right? And I'm like, well,
Wrong
there's
girl.
what?
Wrong girl.
No. Don't start having me record all our interactions because I will.
Oh man.
So then I'm like, well, I would love there's nothing more in life than going to Hollover Beach and South Beach. But
That's how I know you're confusing me, because how would I have known that name of that beach?
well, because we were talking about clothing optional beaches and just and you were like, I can't remember the track of the conversation. I may have been concussed Saturday night. Okay, so you have to give me a little. You have to.
no,
give me a little,
he is, because I would have never named the beach.
Well, you said Miami. You said Miami, right? you were like, "Where's a nude beach?" Nude
Oh,
beach
yeah,
shit.
okay. Maybe you might be right a little bit.
Yeah, and I was like, "Well, there's one in Miami," but I'm like, "There's one in Sandy Hook. There's one in Sandy Hook."
New Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And do you remember now? Do you remember what your
If you don't just say it, because no, I don't remember. I don't even remember the conversation.
people? She was like, "The water's dirty. I ain't trying to do all that."
Oh, the water is dirty up here.
Mm.
Listen, I'm
And-
beach bougie. You
and-
cannot take me to the waters out here.
Right.
Agreed.
Right. And then Rell tag teaming on that. Like,
And then he started
"This
talking
is
about the
Sandy Hook."
sand.
No, well, we talked about the geographical reasons why the water is not clear like it is down by
New
the Caribbean.
Jersey beaches had needles flowing in them. Heck to the
Okay.
no.
All right. Well, this is not.
And that's why I said Miami.
Right. Oh, look! Magically, everybody's
and
just
look
starting
who
to come
said
back.
Miami.
Right. So guys, audience, you cultured misfits out there. This didn't happen as a group trip because the beaches in Jersey are apparently dirty, and they're not.
So Brandon went to a nude beach
Yes.
without us. He didn't tell us the day that he went.
Why
we
would I?
didn't get invited when he went.
He wanted to go alone.
He wanted to go alone to be slinging. So okay, you go in peace.
Mhm.
Yo, listen.
Exactly.
He had you hear that laugh? He had a very good time.
Let me tell you.
So we didn't miss
You all
that.
out of town.
Had I said, listen, I'm going on such and such date, would you have gone?
No.
Right. So I just saved the
But I
step.
told you why I wouldn't go to a new beach.
Why would you not go?
Because I hate my body, so I'm not gonna get naked. I'm gonna be clothed, so it's gonna be no point.
No, because you're still at the beach.
But I thought that it's
You
clothing
can wear
optional.
bathing suit.
Yeah, it's clothing optional. Like that's
Because
the
my
thing.
immature ass will be just staring all the time, like, oh my god.
Well, okay. Well, we're gonna talk about this. So yes. So actually, this has been a lifelong, not a lifelong, but at least the last 10 years that I just wanted to go to a clothing optional beach. Right? And I have to tell you, one, the beach is not dirty. Okay. No needles, no trash floating up. Actually, Sandy Hook is a very affluent area. Yeah, you roll your eyes. You can look up to this guy all you want.
I need to be the judge of that.
Well, you can't judge unless you go.
I'm not taking your word for it.
Okay, so I guess that's the setup. We got to arrange a trip.
I'm
So
not going.
right, okay. So I went with a friend, a good friend of mine. I didn't
Okay.
go alone. Did not go alone.
That's why we didn't get invited.
No, I think we covered why
Exactly.
we didn't get
He
invited.
went with a friend.
No,
a
because
very
we
good
could have
friend.
all went and we could have rode in my truck that is now somewhere in Philly in a lot, probably maybe total,
The
maybe
Boppies
not.
got it.
My poor baby. Anyway, so she was down, and so what was nice about that is that, like, so she and I have been friends since middle school. And at one point in time, we had dealt with each other. So there's no surprises, you know what I mean, in terms of,
Okay.
you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we go. It was about a 2-hour ride. Real.
All right, y'all get
fly.
there.
Yeah, we get there, right? And so my first impression is I'm excited and I'm nervous. I didn't sleep the night before.
Oh,
I was,
Oh my god.
he's so corny. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yes, he is.
I was, no, because
Corny.
He's such a nerd.
I couldn't sleep the night before. This is look, I actually went, but I'm saying, because here's what I'm thinking. I'm like, am I going to get there and am I going to actually partake, or am I going to just punk out, right? That moment of you have clothes on and then you don't have clothes is a serious one, because you actually have to take, then there's no privacy. You're just out on the beach. You're just out open. So we walk to the beach, and at first I'm looking. I don't see anybody. I don't think I see any naked people. I'm like, yeah, it looks like everybody got clothes on. I can't see, but it's kind of a far walk. And then I see the first shit slanging.
What was slanging?
The only thing that can slang.
Titties could slang.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. They can.
Mom will be playing.
Right. Well, this was a it was a man.
All
Right.
right, a wiener was slinging.
Yeah, you can say dick.
I wanted to say wiener.
Okay.
It's more appropriate.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yo. So I see the first guy. Right. I'm like, okay. All right. There's one, and then we get closer because it's kind of a far walk, and I see another, and another, and I see women.
Okay.
I'm like, whoa, okay, all right. So there's people naked. And actually, as I get closer, I realize that there are more people that are naked than there are with suits on.
Okay.
Yeah. So we set up camp. We're looking around, and I'm trying to figure out where I want to go, where I want to be, because I want to be in a place where I can see as much as I can see, because I like seeing naked people.
Because he's there for research.
Right.
He's
right.
there for research.
I am. I was there for all the research. I wanted all the research.
All of it.
So we set up camp, and I'm like, all right. I take my shirt off, and my friend she's like, hey, I got the sunscreen. So like she's spraying my back and stuff, and we're, and like she had already she was like, I'm not taking my bottoms off. She's like, I'll take, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, you don't have to take anything. Like, you do what you feel is comfortable. Like, we're just chilling, right? So now is the moment that I had lost sleep over. The moment where after everything was set up, perfectly angled, the chair was angled, the umbrella, like, I'm buying time. I'm buying my time, right? Yeah. I'm like, hold on, let me make sure. Let me make sure my umbrella's at 90-degree angle. Like, I had that
Listen
shit.
to this.
Yo, because I was nervous. I was, because people were watching. In all accounts that I've read about people in their first time.
Your mind thought that people were watching.
Nah, these motherfuckers was watching. Because everybody's there for the same thing.
Okay. Give me a percentage of white people and give me a percentage of minorities that were there.
It's like the regular world makeup.
I don't know what that means.
Rell, do you know the stats of what are we like?
No, okay, I'm saying because there's certain people that are more comfortable being at nude beaches.
Well, okay. I will tell you this. There were a lot more black and brown people there than I thought there would be.
Oh, I really like that then. They saw another black man and they were waiting for him to take his drawers off. Go ahead.
Yeah. There was seriously.
That's why they were watching. Go ahead.
Yeah, But there were, we were represented. I mean, because that's what I thought. I thought I was going to be like one of the few, but no, because it's up by New York. So it's the spot, you know what I'm saying? So I just got to the moment. I'm like, I'm just going to do it. And I just dropped my shit and it felt so good.
Did you sit down immediately?
No.
So you just were there waiting for the breeze.
I took in that
standing
moment.
up with hands on the waist.
He probably did. He probably did.
I feel attacked.
He probably did.
I feel attacked.
Did the lady you went with, was she looking at you too?
No, because that's the thing. Like nobody, it's like you don't stare in at the sun. You don't stare at anybody at the clothing optional beach. You look, but you don't be obvious about it. You know what I mean? And honestly, she might have been, but at that point in time, I was so in the moment of like, you're outside in a public space and you are butt ass naked. All high yellow, me.
In his birthday suit.
In my birthday suit. And I sat down. And I sat in that damn seat for about 45 minutes before I got the balls to like then lay out on the blanket and like really tan.
So I have a question.
Ask all the questions. Do not be afraid to ask any question, please. So what you got?
Listen to this question.
Uh-huh.
So I was reading like, the do's and do not for the for nude beaches. And one of them, of course, it says don't forget your sunblock. Did you put sunblock on your dick?
Nope. I didn't.
Did you get burned?
Nope.
Did you lay out?
I sure did.
Dick up?
Nope.
Like face up?
Yeah.
I said dick up.
Like, did I have an erection? Was that what?
No.
Was your heart? Was aroused?
Oh my God.
Face up.
Yeah. Yeah, but first I was on my back and stomach, and then so it was I needed a decompression period of time. Like, so first it was like, okay, you're there at the beach. All right, now it's okay. Now you're naked, right? And you're sit down. Okay, now just take it in, look around, see what's going on, see if you see anything that's appealing. Not a whole lot.
People like, I was like reading statistics. It's more like people who are just secure with their bodies that go out there. They're not necessarily like that picture that, like that hourglass figure and everything. Like, it's just big bitches and big men.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, there were our people. We was right.
Oh, of course. We're going to always be right.
We were right.
Hello?
For the most part. Yeah, for the most part. No, but so I'm going through the like, it's like I'm accepting the situation and as I accept it, I'm more comfortable.
So, the warm up.
Yeah, it's a warm up. Thank you, Rell. So I'm like, all right. I'm on my stomach. I'm on my thing, and part of it was as I'm looking around and seeing the shit that I'm seeing, I'm like, if they can walk around, they're strutting like peacocks, looking the way they look. The fuck, I'm good. So
did you ever get in the water?
I did, because that's the other part. That was the part I'm like, am I going to be able to get up and walk down to the water, swim, butt ass naked, right? Butt ass naked, swinging, and then
now
come back.
he had to fit that in there.
Swinging. Well, no, because I'm a grower. I'm not a shower. So it's like, now now you know me. Well, people. Well, but that's like, so, I mean, but I think that's an important thing to touch on. Like, for just men, right? That is, we can carry a lot of our self-worth with our size, right? And so you have guys who are showers, so no matter what, they just slanging, just rocking back and forth. But if you're a grower, you got a compact situation until it's time for action. So yeah, so I eventually.
Why are you acting all shy right now?
I know. You see Jen. You see her, like, you see, look. She's
got her face down.
Face down. Yo.
Because it's crazy. I couldn't do it. I don't know why I couldn't do it. I could not do it.
You could do it, and you want to know why you could do it?
I probably not fully, but probably just like my top. But
you want to know why you could?
I would have to go by myself.
Yeah.
You want to know why you could do it?
Why?
Because once you see that's the norm, there, it quickly becomes no big deal. It really does. It really, like, seriously, after about 5 minutes of being there, it's like, yo, this is not a big deal. And then you see people walking around, and like, I saw some really nice bodies, but mostly I saw shit. I'm like, how dare you?
When you grew the cojones to walk down to the water, how was that first splash on your private parts?
It was amazing.
Really?
Like, it was.
That's crazy.
It was an amazing. Right. Like, it was an amazing feeling.
I take my bathing suit off when I'm in the water.
Right. And how does that feel, Rell? And it feels great,
yeah.
right?
It feels really good. Yeah.
It feels good. Like, just everything about it. My takeaway is, like, this is how we should go to the beach all the time. Like, because of the freedom, like, it just, the sun on you, the wind blowing on you. When you swim, you're just, like, wet bathing suits don't feel good, right? You're just waiting for it to dry. Like, the fact that no one is judging. Like, yeah, people are checking everybody's checking everybody out, but not in such an obvious way.
Right.
And you do, like, I saw people that had lumps with bumps on top of their lumps, and then there were lumps on top of the bumps on top of the lump. I mean, I saw a guy that had so many piercings on his shit. I'm like, how do you get erect? I mean, it was up in. I've never seen. I didn't even think it was possible. Like,
so, like, his dick was pierced.
The skin. It was almost like he had bedazzled his dick with, like, silver, like, up and down.
I'd like to see that.
Right.
Wow, I'm interested.
Let's go.
Right. I'm just saying it was it was an amazing experience. I think that everyone should give it a try. And really, what you do realize is, like, most of us don't look good naked.
Yeah.
Like we just don't look good naked. You look good naked and when you're about to throw down, like when it's about to be sexual, but like just for walking around and all that shit, it's not really all that great. And you do get desensitized. Like when we went to the swingers club,
For
right?
yourself.
Right? What'd you say, bro? What'd you say that?
I said, speak for yourself.
Oh no, I'm telling you.
I
Like,
know it's so much easier for him to say that. That's what I'm saying.
no,
like,
but do you
I mean,
remember?
I've gone swimming butt naked, but in a private pool.
Right. But do you remember when we were try to recall these traumatic experiences that you had at the swingers club? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how quickly you got over the shock of seeing people do whatever they did?
I never got over it.
Uh,
Every single thing was like on another thing top what I just saw. Another thing top what I just saw.
Right, but by the end of the night, you weren't stopping to be like, "Oh shit." It was like, "Oh, wow, man, they really doing that. Wow, that's kind of crazy." Right?
Okay, I get it.
It
You know,
becomes normalized.
yeah, you become normalized like that experience, and that's what it's like at the nude beach. Like it really just becomes no big deal. Like then the excitement is when new people show up. Like, let's see what they look like. Let me put my sunglasses on.
So did she ever get completely naked or the
She
whole time?
did.
She did?
She did
Good.
when she laid down, like when she would lay down, and like so she had no tan line. So, and her thing was she's a mom, like she had, and her body never really recovered from it. So that was something that she had a little bit of an issue with. But like once you see everybody, you see everybody around you, and it's like it's really no big deal. Then you're like,
Your
yeah,
inhibition.
yeah, you're just like, well, fuck it. Like, once you see the first person that you're like, yo, you have no business walking around here like that, then you will be like, yo, all right, I'm good, I can do this. So,
But we shouldn't think of it like that. It's body positivity.
I'm
Like
just,
they're, you know,
I agree, Rel.
comfortable in their own skin,
Rel,
and they're there for the same reason that you are.
Rel, I was offended and admired people at times because I'm just like offended that it was like, how dare you show that off out here? But then and I admired the hell out of them because they were out there and they were living their best lives and they were
You know, it's
happy.
crazy. I don't look at people that go there regularly like that. Like, oh my God, you shouldn't be out here doing that. I'm like, dang, I wish I was just as comfortable as them. Like, I look at them, I'm like, damn, I wish I could do that. Or I wish I was that confident to do that. I never have ever been like, oh my God, she out here wearing that. I'm like, dang. I'll be like, dang, she wearing that. Okay.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it should be. But the only way that you can get that confident is that you have to put yourself out there. Like I'm way more confident now because of that experience.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
really. Because I mean, I feel like you can take the most well put together person and they can pick themselves apart. They can, I don't like this, I don't like that. Like, it doesn't, we all walk around with our own insecurities and whatnot. But what you have to do is you have to challenge yourself. And I feel like the clothing optional beach is one way of challenging yourself. Like, if you have body image issues, because like after you realize that even if you had the most horrendous physical situation going on, nobody's pointing at you, nobody's pointing and laughing or talking about you, you will never see those people again probably, and they're not going to remember you anyway. Like, it's been a couple weeks since I went and I can't remember 99% of the people that I saw. Like, and I mean the man with the pierced penis and like the guy that had the lump. He was an older white guy and he had a lump near his groin area, like. And I'm like I think
hernia?
I know, but it was like it was a kind of thing where I'm like, I hope you're getting treatment for that. Like,
Like, sir, have you seen a doctor?
right? Yeah, no, yeah, it was like that. But I mean, yo, it was a very amazing experience. So I recommend if you are someone who lives there. I think there's 3 clothing optional beaches in the country. So there's in Sandy Hook, Gunnison Beach. There's Miami, Haulover Beach.
And in Texas, they have one.
They have one in Texas.
I was reading, yeah.
Okay, so then that's 4, and then because there's one in San Diego, I heard just amazing. Like it's absolutely beautiful.
I think there's more. When I was reading, they have like a bunch of them now. Not like a bunch of them, but
more than 3 or 4.
yeah. Well, they say like New Jersey was the first one who had nude beach, but then
Okay.
like it was a nude camp or whatever,
Right.
and then but yeah, there's I think there's more than 3 now, but probably before there was not.
Yeah. So I'm saying, I mean, if y'all want to go, I'm going back. So if you want to go, you can come and you can just. I mean, you don't have to.
No,
it's
I
clothing-
couldn't go with you, Brandon.
Okay.
It would have to be a girls thing. Like it would have to
Okay,
go with
no.
girls. I don't know, because guys are just more judgmental. I don't care. Like I don't know.
Please, judgmental.
Like,
I
I don't know.
judgmental.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, all right. Anyway, I made the offer.
You know why? Because I don't know.
I think you need to sit with the idea a little bit, but I mean, it's one of those things where it's like we're all in it together. But it's,
Maybe when Rell comes in person, I'll be like, "Come on, Rell, let's go."
Rell ain't going.
I'll go.
That's
Yeah, I will.
that's the same tone she had with the Swingers Club.
All I had to say is, "Rell, let's go to the
I don't want to
beach."
hear it.
If I say, "Rell, let's go to the beach," she's right there. You know, she loves to swim.
Yeah, but the water
Let
is
me tell you
brown.
something. Out of all of my friends and the people that I know, I'm the least crude out of all my friends. Like, if we go to the beach, I'm not sitting in my bathing suit. Like, I'll take off my bathing suit and change. And they're like, "Do you need me to hold up a towel?" I'm like, "I'm already done." Like, I don't know.
Right,
I grew
Rell,
up not being
right.
ashamed of my body. So, I don't care.
All right. Well, so then y'all two can go since you don't want to go with me. So I feel a way about that.
No, it's because you're a guy, not because it's you. It's because you're a guy.
Are we not adults here?
Yeah, but still.
I mean, you know, you probably wouldn't. You probably, yeah, whatever. So that was my experience. So I hope you do. I hope you go. So it's a 2-hour drive from here.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. And Sandy Hook is nice. The area is really nice.
It's beautiful. I saw beautiful. It's very upscale. It's and the beaches
I'll
are
make sure
clean.
to sleep on it, to think on it, to roll over, maybe think about it a little bit more.
Mhm. Right. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So it's beautiful. So all right. Okay. So yeah. All right. I had come up with a new segment. We care.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah, you could. All right, yeah.
It's real quick. Things that cultured people do.
I like that.
Right.
All right, so educate.
So every week, every episode, we're gonna do something. We're gonna cover something that quote unquote cultured people do.
Okay.
So the first one is go to the theater. Cultured people go to the theater,
What theater?
not the movie theater.
They go
The
see plays.
theater.
They
See,
go
like
see
Broadway
plays?
shows.
Yes, but it doesn't have to
Opera.
be. It doesn't have to be Broadway because we all are not close to Broadway. But
Wait, are you saying they go or they need to go?
if you want to be cultured, you should think about going to the theater.
Okay.
Like these are things that cultured people do, right? Because we tell stories and we have fun and stuff, but we also I want to plant seeds to get people to
Yeah,
be like,
people like us need to be doing a lot more. We need to be more adventurous. We need to break away from the everyday, do stuff that is not normal. Like I
Right.
love it.
Right.
I absolutely love it.
Right. So the theater, not the movie theater. Although I was thinking about this, and I have been to a film festival in Philly. I was taken. The last person that I was with that she really tried to civilize my ass. And she took me to a film fest. I'd never been to a film festival, and it was awesome. So that can be a theater experience because oftentimes there are movies that will never get the big screen, and you get that usually the producers, the directors will be there and they'll talk about the film afterwards. So that can be a theater experience. But I feel like it's good to check out your local. Every city, every town has a theater group or something like that, and so. So cultured people, that was on one of the things on the list that cultured people do. So I'm just going to plant that seed out there for you listeners. As if we're going to really open up, I'm starting to feel like we might not open up. I feel like we might be going back into some lockdown. So, but if that should happen again, before that happens, go see a show. Go see a local show, a local play, whatnot. It could be a nice little date situation. Blah blah blah. How you feel about that, Jennifer?
I like that. No, my oldest sister, she actually loves plays, and she loves Broadway. Oh, all my high school years, she dragged us to her shows. She was like in The Wiz, and then she did so many freaking plays. She was Dorothy at one point, and then so she loves Broadway. So yeah, so now it's just like she'll have Broadway's playing all the time. She knows all the musicals, and I don't know what else. So it's nice. But my sister, she's very into it. So I know some. I mean, it doesn't really grab my attention, but I'll give it a chance, and I've given it a chance, so it's all right.
Have either of you ever been to a Broadway play? Have seen anything on Broadway or?
No. Other than like school plays and stuff, but
okay. Rell, have you seen a Broadway production?
Yes, my favorite one was to see Rent. I was obsessed with Rent, and I got to see it on Broadway. It was a few years back though. It was like the last showing with the original cast, so that was pretty cool. But I have to say that I do not like musicals, like movies.
Neither do I.
But when you go to like a show, it's totally different. And like the acting and the talent, the singing and stuff is, I guess seeing it live is amazing. So that's why I definitely encourage everyone to go.
Yeah, I hate musicals.
Yeah.
I hate shit where they just bust out a random song. Like, oh, we're gonna be late.
But seeing it live is different, right?
Huh?
Seeing it live is so much better.
Well, I've never no, it's not different. I don't like people busting out in random shit. This like they just turn a regular situation into into a song. And it's crazy because I love music, but I just don't like, they're just, like, oh, we're running late. We're gonna be late. We gotta get there. We gotta get to the gate. We're gonna be late. We're gonna be late. And then it's, like I don't need all that. Like, but I will, there's a lot of talent that we people we love now that started in theater. I mean, I'm thinking just off the top of my head, Tyler Perry. Look at the Empire. Tyler Perry,
and look at what he made Medea.
Yeah, I mean, he's a billionaire, has the largest movie studio in the country. Maybe I don't know if
down in Georgia, right?
Right, in Atlanta, and he started doing plays, live theater. Yeah. So culture.
This guy,
what's the place in Pennsylvania called? In Lancaster. It's like the Christian one, but I love that one too because
they
it's
have
different Bible stories, but they have like live animals.
Yeah, like so you're sitting in
the
I know which one you're talking about, but
my mind is
Sight and Sound. You're sitting in the seats, and like as the play goes on, they're telling some Bible stories. Depends like the season, but they'll have like live animals coming out. Like while you're sitting down, they could just pass by you. Like it's a interactive experience too.
Things in the sky on the side. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's called Sight and Sound. Yeah, it's called that. It's in Pennsylvania.
That's cool. Okay.
Lancaster
out there with the Amish. So yeah. So yeah, theater. Cultured people go to the theater. So if you have never been, you should check it out. Support your local play people, whatever situation. And if you have been and you have friends that have never been, you should float that idea out there. So yeah. All right. I think we're ready to wrap this up. What did we learn today, kids? Jen, what did we learn?
I learned that
Oh shit.
don't trust tow truck men. I never did because they always try to take advantage. I learned, what else did I learn? About the airbags. Don't turn off your car.
Unless your car is fucked up and you're not driving anywhere, then just turn it off.
But I think if it's
over.
that fucked up, your car would turn off by itself. No?
No.
Okay, dang.
No.
I don't get into car accidents. Thank you, God.
Good. Don't ever.
We're not mechanics. It's okay.
See, men love to give women a hard time about driving, but I tell you this, and I say it with confidence. I am the best driver on this planet.
Oh, God. You in your booster seat. You're driving with the booster seat.
Whether I drive with one or not, I'm still the best.
Oh, shit. Did you learn anything else, Jennifer? Did you learn anything else?
No.
All right. Rell, what did you learn?
Same thing as Jen.
No, don't. No, you gotta pick something else.
No.
I'm going. I said the same thing as you, but there's a lot more clothing optional beaches than I thought here in America. And that I should go to the theater more. Y'all are talking about it,
You made her spit
Americans
the
are
shit out.
uptight, okay?
Yo, I spit on his mic, okay? Now
Lord. Oh my God. Lord.
Yeah, I need to clean it.
Oh my God. Lord. Spit on my equipment. Yo.
Oh, no. It wasn't a lot
of
of spit. Don't even. He's being exaggerated. It was like that's it.
I done broke my car, and now I might be down a mic.
Oh, no.
Lord, help us all.
It was just on the surface.
Just on the surface.
Listen, man. Whatever.
Yeah. And so Rell has learned don't trust tow truck drivers. Don't shut your car off if you intend to drive off after an accident if the airbags deploy. That there are more new beaches in America than she previously thought. What else? Is that it?
It was just an entertainment.
It was entertainment. Yeah, so that's cool. No, ladies, it's been fun, and I appreciate you guys listening to my tales of of trauma. I feel it was very therapeutic. I feel better. As far as social media, Jennifer, how can they get with you?
I am on Twitter at JenMazing_, and on Snapchat the same as Twitter.
Okay. What about Clubhouse? Are you still in the Clubhouse thing?
No,
or are you
I'm
giving
not on
up?
Clubhouse. Clubhouse was for quarantine. I have nothing else better to do than to talk to people on there.
Oh Lord, Rell, what's up? What's up? Now
we now have social media.
Right. Yeah. What is
I'm
it?
on Instagram. Rell Traveling. RELL.
Rell.
Traveling, ING.
Yes.
Right.
She spelled it the correct way. Okay. You can follow me at DJ Silk. That is DJ SILK on Instagram at DJ Silk. And if you click on the little link in the bio, you will see all the links to all the things that I do and create and I'm a part of. So I'm just a creative soul these days. If you are interested in having a podcast produced, recorded, and you live in my tri-state area, which would be Delaware, Jersey, Pennsylvania, even part of Maryland, so quad state area, I might be able to help you out. So please reach out at DJ Silk. Also, if you might have noticed my shirt, And then my shirt here, Jen complimented it on it. This is from Actively Black, and I'm shouting them out just because, like, I bought the shirt. I did buy the shirt, and it was for Juneteenth, and so it's the American flag, but with red, black, and green is really cool. You like the shirt, right, Jen?
I do.
Yeah. So you should check that. Just Google Actively Black and support. We're going to support Black and brown businesses, Black and brown owned business, and actually female businesses as well. So if you like the shirt and you want to have more questions about it, please reach out to me. I don't think I have anything else. I've talked a lot this episode. I've shared a lot.
Good. I'm glad you got it out.
Yeah, I did. I hope that you guys will go to the nude beach. Or if you're not ready for the nude beach, you can always go to South Beach and you can go topless on the beaches down there. That's cool too. So until the next time, this is the Cultured Misfits podcast. I feel like I've left something out, but I just don't know.
No.
So
Yeah, I think everything's good.
okay. We just didn't have any.
We
We didn't
covered
catch
all
any.
bases.
We just didn't catch any flights or feelings. So
No, it's catch flights, not feeling.
well, we not doing nothing at this point in time.
Right.
Woo. Anyway, guys, please be safe, be well, do something kind for somebody else just because you can, and be safe. And remember, when you're approaching those unprotected intersections, you have the stop sign. Look 4 times before you go. All right. Until the next time, this is the Cultured Misfits podcast, and we are out of here. Bye bye.
Bye.